Hey, hello out there, family and friends, and welcome to the Man Cave here at Wistful Vistas in beautiful suburban San Diego, California. Today I'm going to do the second in the vlog series of health for senior riders. Hope you don't mind, we're masked up because of the virus, the pandemic. And as per usual, our very friendly trainer here, Griffin, come on in, Griffin, who I highly recommend if you're in the San Diego area, get a hold of him through me and look for his Facebook page, which I'll once again put at the bottom. And we're working on various forms of exercise that are relevant to the more senior rider group, for which I truly qualify. So, and it just worked out with Griffin, and he worked me good. So, Griffin, what are we doing today?
Well, I wanted to talk about shoulder health for senior riders. So what I find a lot with people that I work through and just walking down the street and kind of examining people's posture is I see a lot of rounded shoulders, particularly older people. Now, I'd imagine with the positioning of the motorcycle, there's a lot of hunching over and a lot of rounding of the shoulders. So I want to talk about shoulder rehabilitation. So Gary, do you mind standing over here for me?
This way?
Yeah, and just have your arms at your sides.
Okay.
There we go. As you can see, Gary's shoulders are a little bit rounded forward, and what we've been working on, and I'll have you rotate this way a little bit, is strengthening the muscles that attach to the shoulder here in the back. So the teres major, the teres minor, the rhomboid, the infraspinatus, all these things that attach right here, we're trying to strengthen and tighten so that they naturally come back a little bit. And what we're also doing is minimizing how much strain we put on the chest. Because the chest muscles, when they get tight, all this rounds forward, and it's going to increase your chance of injury. So, things that we can do for our shoulder health and for our posture, and I can have you stand back over here now, are a couple pretty simple shoulder exercises. To start, we have this one right here. You have a little band. You can get these on Amazon, just look up fitness bands. And this one, I would start pretty light. You have your hands out in front of you, and you're going to have your elbows tucked to your ribs as close as you can and keep them there. And you're just pulling your hands apart. You can hold it there for a few seconds and then back. And then pulling it apart. And try to feel out how many reps you like with a certain weight. I would say try to go for about 8 to 12 reps. It shouldn't be a heavy exercise, and you should really just feel the strain inside kind of your armpit and shoulder area. The mask is a little fidgety.
I know, they're tough to work with this. So Griffin, one quick question about
Sure.
that head position while you're doing that.
Straightforward. I wouldn't look around too much or look down. I would have your hands out right in front of you and look straight ahead and just pull. And you can check on your form every now and then if you need to re-examine your grip. But try to stay still.
Okay.
And keep your elbows tucked. Another one that's going to help with the positioning of the shoulders would be face pulls. So you can get a band, and if you can put this in a doorway or anything secure. And why don't you step over here for me?
Okay, so move out of the way. Take the camera.
So what we're doing with this is we're having the rubber band in our hands, thumbs pointed up, and you're pulling the band to about your forehead and then back. And you're pinching your scapula, and you're flexing your back, and you're going nice and slow. Your head is pointing or facing forward. You're not looking around. Keep those elbows high. And that's going to help with the strength of your back and shoulders and posture. And then one more. It's just like the first one, but your hands are up a little higher, and you're really pulling it apart and flexing your back, flexing all the muscles that attach here, and you're pinching your scapula. That's going to help with back strength, shoulder strength, and posture. That's all I have.
Griffin, that is awesome. Thanks a lot. I think one of the things we can all relate to is the typical posture attitude of a more senior citizen walking down the street. And a lot of that, I think, is just a habit that you get into, and we can counterbalance that with these great exercises. And I think they're very relevant to motorcycle usage because you are doing a lot in the head, neck, and shoulder area. So that is awesome. That's awesome stuff. This is going to be a great series. And once again, look for Griffin in future for some more vlogs. If you've got questions or comments for myself or Griffin, do you mind?
Griffin? I can go by Griffin.
If you have questions or comments for either of us, leave them down at the bottom, and hopefully this will grow and be relevant and useful to the community out there. So in the meantime, thank you for watching, and Mr. Griffin, thanks once again. Had a great workout today, by the way. He loves to see old people sweat. Thank you.